Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Heather. Before I get started, if you're interested, you can always subscribe and don't forget to click that bell button and click all because if you don't, you will not get notifications of when I drop my videos every day at 9 a.m. or when I do giveaways. So if you're interested, all you have to do is subscribe and click the bell button and click all. That's it. Also too, I will link down below my Facebook Denture support group. I do live giveaways there. Because I can't do live here yet until I'm at 1,000 subscribers, which who knows when that'll ever happen. So if you want to see me live, join the Facebook Denture support group. Again, we'll link it down below. So somebody told me, and I forgot I did this, but dating with dentures. First, I want to state from personal experience, everybody's experience is different, but again, this is my opinion. Do not join a denture dating support group. You will get every creepy person in freaking God's creation trying to hit on you because they have some fetish for people without dentures. I've experienced it, and I'm just giving you a heads up. What I always tell people is let it happen naturally. Meet someone naturally. Don't let it be like, hey, I got dentures. Oh, that's why you like me. Because that's the first thing they see is how you look. And they're like, hey, I want to date you. And they don't know nothing about you. So chances are they have a fetish. So I would not join that. But meeting people. Now, what I tell people, with or without dentures, if you're insecure, don't date anyone until you can love yourself. Because I was always told long ago, and I'm going to tell you guys, if you don't love yourself, how do you expect somebody else to love you? You can't rely on somebody else to give you the love for yourself because you don't have it for you. And then put all that on somebody else to give you the confidence, to give you all that. You need to be secure and happy with yourself and, your dentures. And it does take time for some people. And like I always tell people, there's 5 stages of grieving. Just like there's 5 stages of grieving when somebody dies. It's the same thing with dentures. And I've done this video before. 5 stages of grieving with dentures. It's the same process it would be a death because you are losing something that's a part of you. And it's something you have to turn to. Like, there's anger, there's depression, eventually there's acceptance. Acceptance, I probably went through that whole. See, I went through a whole bunch of crap, guys, and I was pretty much processing all this by the time I even ended up with dentures. Because I ended up with an autoimmune suppressant infection that caused me to get dentures, and I went through all those stages for like 6 months. So everybody is so different on how they work and how they adjust and doing all that. But, somebody said, even if you have full confidence, first of all, if you don't have confidence, find ways to get in tune with yourself. Like I did yoga and meditation. I know it's cliche, but there are reasons why people recommend it. Is because you're in tune with your mind, body, and soul. You do light stretching, basically exactly what it is stretching. And you learn about breathing and it helps your anxiety. Actually, I don't take anxiety medication now because of yoga meditation. But, you do your exercise, you do your meditation, and you learn how to be able to control things. And it is very peaceful. You could take up hobbies. You can, every day I always tell people to say one thing they love about themselves and say it to themselves in the mirror. Don't ever forget to smile. Smile every day and realize that you did dentures for yourself to bring back the smile so you don't have to cover your face anymore, so you don't have to do the stuff that you do. You revamped yourself. You know what I mean? Leave the past in the past. Now that you're in the present and future and you got a new smile, you got a new, everything going, keep going forward and don't ever look back. Because what I've noticed with people that have been in broken relationships, like I've been in abusive relationships, mentally, physically, and everything, you can't be bringing that with you to your next relationship. You got to leave your baggage in the past. Everybody's different, and you can't blame other people for what's happened. It's not, the new guy or girl's fault that's going to come into your life what your ex did. You know what I mean? Or a friend did. Everyone is completely different. Everyone. But always make sure you love yourself and you're happy with yourself and all of that before you can go into a relationship. And make sure you find a partner that's the same way in a mental If somebody goes into a relationship with a bad mental mess up, like they're all messed up mentally, it's going to fail. Dude, within 6 months, a year, doesn't matter, it's going to fail. Because if you're in bad shape to begin with, it's like, hey, if you were to break an arm or break a leg, and then you go run a marathon, how's that going to work out for you? It would fail, right? You wouldn't be able to do it. It's the same concept when your mind is broken. You got to be able to build yourself up. But as far as, meeting somebody with dentures, it's the same thing. Meeting with somebody when you have real teeth. Same thing. And what I've noticed is if I don't overthink something or harp on something, the person that I'm interested in or they're interested in me is not going to harp on it either. If you treat it like it's any other thing. Like, people always ask me, should I tell them right off the bat? Or should I just not tell them? I always start a relationship or a friendship with honesty 100%. Because if you lied to them in the beginning, they're going to wonder what else you're lying to them about. Always be real 100% upfront, and that's my opinion. Because if you're hiding something, and, they're going to be like, well, what else did they not tell me? I mean, that's pretty big. And plus, you don't want to end up falling in love with somebody or, having a huge crush on somebody and then be like, no, I don't want to date somebody that wears dentures. Sorry. And then you're freaking crushed. That's why I tell people to make sure that you love yourself and you have confidence and you're happy with yourself before you go dating. Because if somebody does reject you with dentures, you need to not fall apart. Because everybody wants and feels what they want. Like some people like blonde hair, blue eyes. Or like brown hair and blue eyes. Or, whatever. Everybody has a type that they like. Whether it's tattoos or no tattoos. Or, they want them to believe in God. Or they want them to be atheists. Like everybody has an opinion. And you wouldn't get mad at people for having those opinions. So you really can't get mad at people for not wanting to date somebody with dentures. I believe everybody has a right to feel or be attracted to whatever they're attracted to. Some people don't care. Which is, the type of person you'd really want to be around anybody. Anyway. In a sense, everyone is shallow. Everyone is. A lot of us get immediates because we don't want to be out in public without teeth. That makes us kind of shallow. And because we don't want to get judged by people, which makes them shallow. There's literally everybody in this world is shallow in some point. If people see somebody super skinny and frail and all that, they think they're anorexic, bulimic, or they're a drug addict. They could have way other different issues. Or that could just be genetics. But people are shallow. Everybody is. Everybody is. Especially with smell. If somebody doesn't smell good, you're going to be like, no, I don't want to date you. I'm not attracted to that, which most people aren't. But some people don't care. But that's their sense. That's what they're attracted to. So never judge people for them having their own opinion. Don't. Because you have your own type. Just like everybody has their own type. So you can't get mad at somebody for not wanting to be with you if you have dentures. Or if you had normal teeth. Most people that have dentures now wouldn't have dated somebody with dentures. Which is true. Me, I don't care. I didn't care. I think I dated one person for 6-8 months. Yeah, dentures. I didn't care. I didn't. But you got to understand, you can't force something. You can't force dating. Even, shit, guys, I was single for like 3 years before I got dentures. The dating scene isn't easy to begin with. Like, it's not. And when I tell people all the time I got dentures, I don't care. I really don't. If somebody liked me enough for just who I am and what I do, or like, say they like my eyes or my hair or whatever they want to be attracted to me about, I tell them if I got dentures, if they don't like somebody that wears dentures, then that's on them. Or some people just might want to be friends at first just to see if they can adjust to that mentally, But everybody's so different, guys. And dating, like I said, you need confidence with yourself before you can ever expect somebody to have confidence for you. It's true. I've always known that anytime I went into a relationship when I was mentally broken, it was going to fail. Because I was already way insecure. I was thinking what other exes say. And like I always tell people, it's easier to believe the bad than it is the good. If somebody were to tell me I'm pretty right now, I'd be like, oh, thank you. you know, blah, 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 blah. But if somebody were to say horrible shit to me, well, I can't say now because now I don't care. But back then, when I actually gave a shit, if somebody said mean things, it's so much easier to believe that somebody's calling me ugly and that I really think I'm ugly, opposed to somebody telling me I'm beautiful. It's because that's our mindset of society. They make people care more, and people get depressed and all that because there are bad and negative people. I mean, that's just, can't stop that. We can't change everybody's mind to not be an a-hole. We can't stop certain things, but we can do is control our future and our present. And even 10 minutes ago when I started this video, that was the past. So I leave it there. But to date somebody, I definitely don't recommend going into denture dating because trust me, when I started in the beginning of this journey, I've met some crazy ass creepy people. And then I found out they didn't even have dentures. They just had fetish of people without teeth. Yeah, like, I'm not kidding. Like, sexual, like, excitement over people without teeth, especially women. It's creepy as shit. And I definitely want to be like that. I just want to have a normal relationship. So, I mean, I get why people wouldn't want to say anything to people, but if you don't want people to know that you have dentures at first, don't go into denture dating. That's number one. But always be careful. Always be careful of who you talk to. So if you're interested in people, just live your life. If you see somebody like you like now or you find attractive or whatever, go up to them, say hi. But remember, to do that, you need to have confidence in yourself and realize that you have a beautiful smile now. You're handsome now. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You know, you're good looking. Whether you're a guy, girl, it doesn't matter. But you need to be happy with yourself before you can go dating anyone else. And when you're truly happy alone and you're content with just being by yourself, that'll be when you're ready to date. But I always tell people, never blame your ex's stuff on your future or present person you're dating, because you're going to be doomed. Just like if some guy or some girl was dating somebody, you wouldn't want to be blamed yourself. So always treat people the way you'd want to be treated. But I always tell people with dating with dentures, just like with or without teeth, guys, it's going to take time. Don't force it. Because anything that's meant to be or worth it will come naturally on its own. So don't force it. But I do have to tell you that people are very much attracted to people with confidence. And I don't mean full of yourself. Like, there's a whole big line between confidence and, you know, you love yourself opposed to being narcissistic. Like, that is so not attractive at all. I don't like guys that are narcissistic and full of themselves and think they're God's gift to women. Nope. And I go by based on how men treat me. You know, if they treat me as an equal, if they're respectful to me, if they listen to me, if they remember what I say. Like, if they remember what you say, that means they're interested, that means they care. You know what I mean? And same for guys when it comes to girls. So, you know, like I said, confidence is what's attractive. It's hard, it's rough to say this, but people aren't really attracted to people with low self-esteem. Because they know that they're, you know, broken, or that, you know, they're going to have to put all the effort in to make them feel better. Or, you know, if they do something wrong, is it going to set them off and they're going to get angry because of something their ex did? And I've been there, guys. I'm talking all experience right now. Like, I've been and done this. I've been in both situations, in both shoes, and I've learned to never date until I'm mentally healthy. And no one can ever be fully mentally healthy, but you can work on things. So I always tell people to write down things that they like about themselves, things that they don't like. And whatever they don't like about themselves, you know, why don't they like that about themselves? Why they can't accept it. Because no matter what body part, what part of your personality, anything can be changed, or you can accept it that you are who you are. And that's what makes you unique. Because if God wanted us all the same, we would be. And I'm glad I have the features. I have elf ears, guys. No joke. See? I got elf ears. I don't care. People bring it up to me. I'm like, what's your point? I'm Santa's helper. I give out stuff all the time. You don't know? I could be some cool Santa helper thing. Don't judge. Let's see. I have fluffy, froey hair that I have to use a ton of gel for, which I hate. But I've accepted it. And it's what makes me. It's what makes my personality. It's what makes people identify me. It's a whole bunch of stuff. And at one point in my life, I wasn't happy with it. But I can't do nothing about it. And I'm like this for a reason. And you accept it and appreciate who you are and realize the only thing that really matters is the inside. You know, if you have empathy for people, if you care for people. And I gotta say, I'm attracted to guys who care about other people, who put other people first, who don't get walked all over. There's a fine line. Guys with confidence, guys that don't get jealous. Because somebody that's insecure, they're gonna get jealous. If they have friends that are, you know, like if I have friends that are guys, they're gonna freaking get all freaking whatever type of way and be totally insecure. If you think that person's gonna cheat on you, don't be with them. Because then relationship's already doomed. Walk away. I mean, I've been cheated on a lot of my life. It took me a long time to heal from that, guys. But like I told you guys, dentures or not, dating is a pain in the ass. I've been single now for 3 years. And I gotta say, I'd rather be alone than be with somebody that makes me feel alone. And that's a fact. So, always make sure you're mentally good. You're secure. You're happy. For the most part, nobody can always be happy. But know your worth. And know who you are inside. And always have confidence. Because you are good looking and beautiful and pretty and smart. Handsome. Don't sell yourself short. But it comes in your heart and your mind before you can date anyone else. And if anybody ever needs to talk, they just need somebody to vent it out. Because let's be real. Therapy is you're talking to somebody that doesn't talk back and they give you meds. If you have a good friend and they listen and they're there for you, then you're all good. So all you need is somebody that actually listens. And that's somebody that has your back. And I'll always be here to help anyone. My email will always be linked down below. But I'll definitely do another part to this because we all know I talk a lot and I got a lot to say. So this video is long enough. I don't want to keep doing that to you guys. I love you guys. Have a great day. God bless and stay safe. Later, guys.